Hi everybody, good morning, afternoon and evening depending on where you're joining us from. Welcome to Fast Forward with InMobi, our annual digital marketing summit where we replay the year that went by and fast forward to the trends for the year ahead. With the world seeing massive changes every moment, let alone every year, we feel it is critical to pause, reflect and plan our way forward. And such introspection is often bound to result in path-breaking realizations. Evolution or extinction, that's the choice we will have to make each day that we live on the internet. So gear up for some revolutionary insights and bold predictions that will change the way you think about the internet and all that happens within it. Speaking of the internet, India lives on it. Our country exceeds the world's average amount of time spent on mobile by a good 22 minutes. There are 178 million Indian internet users added since July 2021, which is an average of 500,000 new users being added each day. That means there are 832 million internet users in India as of July 2022. These facts show that calling the Indian consumer always on is clearly an understatement. And now, this brings us to the three predictions that we'd like to fast forward into for the year 2023. Number 1, India wants nothing but seamless one-click discovery. Number 2, every experience on the internet is getting a new facelift with the lock screen revolution. And 3, the future starting now is privacy first. That was just the gist in Fast Forward. As we move ahead, you will hear from me and our other leaders, Vasta, Mansi, Yash, Rishi and Srishna about some interesting observations that will detail these predictions. I would now like to invite Vasta to take you through the one-click phenomenon that is on the rise in India.
Undoubtedly, we live in a time where we want things fast. Look where you are right now, looking at the year ahead in Fast Forward. It is indeed the age of the instant. Instant shopping, instant entertainment, instant food delivery. Whatever we do, it all brings results in an instant. Our online experiences are expected at the end of a single tap, just one click. And why wouldn't one demand entertainment, information, and all the content they need with one click? Sure, we've come a long way in fulfilling needs instantly via mobile, but we still go through a series of steps to get to what we want. Unlocking our phone, launching an app or website, searching, and then finally getting our desired content or experience. With the whirlwind of content that exists out there, consumers demand the most seamless and personalized experiences. Such a time is ripe for a revolution. A revolution where content and experiences catch the eye and inspire action in the here and now, matching their instant needs and sparking something in the moment. The age of the here and now is the age of the one-click consumer. Today, the average Indian picks up their smartphone and looks at their screen over 50 times a day. This means they have 50 opportunities to get what they love with just one click. Sure, it's hard to imagine the lock screen being anything other than a passive surface that serves run-of-the-mill information such as notifications, time, and date. But today, it is a rich, vibrant surface for discovering the internet. One that serves relevant experiences tailored to you. Welcome to the lock screen revolution with Glance. Glance has over 189 million daily active users, much like you, spending about 25 minutes each day on the platform. On Glance, the consumption and engagement with lock screen content has grown immensely within a year. We saw a 35% increase in Indians consuming lock screen content, a 13% growth in daily active users, and a 75% growth in engaged users. Shareability is also high, with lock screen content seeing a 75% hike in likes and a 55% rise in shares. Be it news, sports, entertainment, gaming, or live content, Indians are getting it all at just one click, without even unlocking their phone. Not just that, they are also discovering their favorite apps seamlessly with a single tap. What's more, they are experiencing all of this in a language they love. Glance now supports one-click discovery in over 7 languages and counting. What we are seeing is truly personalized, relevant, and inspiring experiences for people in every part of the country that reach them without having to look for it, delighting them via each interaction. In fast-forward terms, one-click content discovery and experiences are on the rise on the smart lock screen, the first point of interaction on the smartphone. This is where the consumer's entire journey on the internet begins. It starts with a glance.
Human beings. We are a species that seeks connection constantly. We are also a race that never fails to innovate. So naturally, when we were struck by the pandemic, with no clear picture of where our world was heading, we found new ways to connect with one another, beyond what we would have ever imagined before. This marked the arrival of a new age, an age of instant connection, powered by a variety of unique shared experiences on mobile. And one key component that stood out among such experiences was live content. Here's the extent to which live became a part of our lives. People around the world spent over 480 billion hours on live streaming platforms in 2020 alone. But what makes live so well loved? As we know, it is the age of the one-click consumer, who always looks to fulfill their instant needs. Live content caters to those needs by showing them what's happening right here, right now. Further, it captures their impulse with enhanced engagement and enriched experiences. Have you wondered why the live creator-consumer connection is growing so strong in India? Is also engaging audiences across varied interests and cultures in multiple languages. It is because there's a huge appetite for live content and experiences extending to the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities that are more likely to act on them. These diverse audiences have a greater chance of interacting with the celeb during a live show, becoming a part of a gamer's live stream, or adding the product that an influencer recommends to their cart. At Glance and Reposo, we saw this as the chance to take life to the next level and create richer, more meaningful experiences. On our platform, life is hyperlife. Hyperlife takes you beyond streaming to include a heightened sense of interactivity and connection that is unseen before. With hyperlife, creators and celebrities are coming closer to consumers through a world of seamless, delightful, and engaging experiences. It enables the discovery of live content without unlocking the phones and caters to all interest, be it trends, gaming, entertainment, or anything else. What's more, these one-click hyperlive experiences offer a range of interactive formats such as polls, Q&As, emojis, and a lot more. And what can delight someone more than rewards? When you engage with a hyperlive experience, you are rewarded at every step. This gamification results in more highly engaged users who stay on for longer. No wonder the Indian one-click consumer is loving Hyperlife. When we had our very first Glance Live Fest in June last year, we saw incredible success. That is a testimony to this. The Glance Live Fest was a time when creators, celebrities, and consumers got together to create a carnival of shopping, entertainment, and gaming that people could enjoy without unlocking their phones. Here are some splendid results that we saw at that time. Over 20 million live impressions, more than 8 million interactions, and 80 million minutes spent on Hyperlive games. While every other show had thousands to millions of people attending and participating, I would like to bring to your attention to these two in particular. The first is actor Rajkumar Rao's show Challenge Accepted, which had 690k viewers. That's 40,000 more than a Star Wars global live stream on another video platform. The second is a regular DJ night that went beyond the ordinary. More than 800,000 people watching and engaging. 800,000. That's an audience that would fill up 8 Eden Gardens stadiums if it was a physical event. We even had live gaming and shopping experiences that had millions participating. Evidently, people are turning to live content for every experience, from seeking entertainment to shopping and gaming. In FastForward, a Hyperlive 2023 is here. Hyperlive delights people by facilitating a whole new level of interaction. It caters to the instant needs of the one-click consumer by offering them a window to the here and now.
Hello everyone. Let's do a bit of self-reflection, shall we? How many times have you tuned out of a boring conversation and into your phone? Is there a place that you go where you don't take your phone with you? What's your first instinct when you have some spare time? Indeed, the smartphone has become a part of our daily lives. So much so that it feels a part of our own selves. From when we are up in the morning to when we go to sleep, whether we are having a meal or we are stuck in traffic, we keep seeking a mini getaway from time to time through our smartphones. Of course, these little escapes are our choice because they're accessible and feasible, fitting very, very well into our fast-paced lives. In this, mobile games are one of the most popular picks for these mini escapes, with 50% of Indians online playing them. And guess what? There is huge potential for further growth, which demands a revolution that enhances the gaming experience significantly. How do we do this? Simple. Easy access to games they love already, seamless discovery of games they might love, and a single destination for all things gaming. This is precisely what Gaming on Glance offers. With Glance Gaming, there are 3 major shifts. Number 1, we've eliminated the requirement of downloading games to play them. Number 2, people can play these download-free games without the need to unlock their phones. Number 3, they get to discover, watch, and play games without switching between multiple platforms. That's one-click gaming for you. No downloads, no need to unlock the phone, and no fuss. And nowhere else to go to enjoy all aspects of a game but Glance. Playing games, participating in a tournament, or watching a stream, it all happens in one place, combining the lean-in and the laid-back entertainment that gaming enthusiasts love. Pure entertainment with ease. That's what makes one-click gaming on Glance such a breeze. The Glance gaming community has gobbled up this gaming experience. In the short span between January and October 2022, we saw a 2.2x growth of the glance gaming community, which now has 65 million monthly active users. Only 6 months after launching live gaming on Glance, where people can watch and participate in streams, we saw a 59% increase in highly engaged users. Today, 3 million people watch game streams on Glance daily. The huge library of games on Glance means that every kind of gamer is engaged, from the hyper-casual to the pro gamer, from puzzle lovers to racing enthusiasts. A game for every player and a player for every game. This has led us to engage gamers of all genders like no other gaming platform. The gender split between female and male gamers on Glance is nearly equal, something that we're very proud of, making Glance gaming a home to a vast and diverse audience. Not just that, gamers on Glance are not only from urban India, but also from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. In fact, non-metro cities make up 73% of the Glance gaming user base. The busy Indian is delighted by one-click gaming and how. In FastForward, one-click gaming is on the rise in India thanks to its seamlessness. Indians love having one destination for all things gaming, from discovering and playing games to watching and participating in live game streams. And Glance is the one common gaming destination for gamers, streamers and winners, and it is a winner among them all.
Stop. If someone's social media feed was active right now, this is probably what we need to do to stop them from scrolling. We know only too well that we live in the era of the continuous, mindless, almost mechanical scroll. It's only a natural coping mechanism when there are thousands of hours of content being created every day. Not to mention the dozens of apps to straddle and navigate to get to the content you want. For brands and marketeers, the challenge at this time is twofold. One, holding the consumer's second-long attention span, and secondly, bringing seamlessness and serendipity to the content consumption process. After all, this is the one-click consumer we are talking about. We need to cater to their instant needs and ever-growing expectations. There is an undeniable need for not just a new strategy, but a new platform that frees the consumer from the infinity corridors of traversing multiple steps to a particular destination and endlessly searching for what they want. As you have seen, we at Glance have done just that by completely transforming the lock screen into a smart surface that enables consumers to make the most of every moment. At Glance, we reimagined it as a surface for discovering content and experiences that you would love. Imagine not looking for content, but having it come to you in the here and now. Glance is making that happen, and millions of consumers are already using the lock screen as their destination to find everything from news, sports, entertainment to gaming and shopping. Now, history shows that marketeers must be where users are. We saw the rise of search marketing in the early 2000s due to the boom in search behavior on the internet. Then came social media marketing in the late 2000s as social media users turned to it for information and entertainment. And in the past few years, undoubtedly, short-form video has got marketeers rethinking their strategies. Likewise, there's a new kid on the marketing block, lock screen marketing. Lock screen marketing is a brand new revolution that tears down the walls of going through multiple touchpoints to reach your consumer. It simplifies the process by letting you bring your content to your audience at first glance, without them having to unlock the phone. Why is lock screen marketing such a game changer? Firstly, it helps your audience seamlessly discover your brand story and feel involved in a conversation that they are passionate about. Secondly, It makes the brand story unmissable by appearing right when the consumer wakes up to their phone. And finally, it lets you take over the lock screen without any interruptions and with unique immersive formats and engaging experiences. Lock screen marketing truly lets brands do the brand new and achieve all their marketing goals, from building brand love to driving performance. Let's see how some top brands have done this with lock screen marketing on glance. To start off, let's talk about Impact. Impact is a lock screen marketing strategy tailored to help you drive awareness and generate interest. Skoda, the globally renowned auto manufacturer, leveraged this to launch their latest SUV in India and encourage test drives with one click on glance.
Coming to why we were interested specifically in exploring Glance, like I said, it's a very mobile native kind of a platform. It's Android first, which is also where most of our users are currently coming from. 70% of our users are Android mobile users. So we saw a great fit from that point of view on reaching out to our target audience on a platform that they are using the most. I think once we started working with Glance, we realized what the true power of the platform was. Of course, in terms of user acquisition, it was helping us truly optimize our performance marketing campaigns by targeting users in the most optimal way. So to give you an example, what we realized on the platform is that, there's very high impressions, there's very high reach that we get through a platform like this. But how do we ensure that it's also converting into actual users? So one of some experiments we ran on Glance really worked for us. So for example, one thing very specific to the Indian market is how people share good morning messages on WhatsApp, and Canva as a platform can be used to design those kind of good morning messages. So what the team at Glance really helped us do is target creatives to talk about how you can use Canva for designing your good morning messages in the early hours in the morning. So I think we optimized those campaigns from 8 to 10 in the morning. Apart from that, of course, we used a lot of apographic signals from Glance to say, hey, these are the cities where we're getting most users from, or these are the kind of apps that our potential target users are using. So a lot of optimization was something that we were able to achieve on Glance, getting really granular data on user behavior, user signals that were driving better conversions for us. And one of the best results, of course, is that we were able to acquire a high number of users, but we were also able to acquire good quality users. So the way we define good quality users is basically looking at not just how easy it has been or whether we've been able to acquire that user, but have we been able to actually retain that user in, let's say, the first 1 week or the first 1 month. And that's something we saw really stand out for Glance, where the users that we were acquiring was not just at a high scale, but also good quality users who were retaining better with us in the first week to first 1 month of their usage on Canva.
Next, let's look at how Upgrad and Zomato drove brand love and interactions through Engage, our lock screen marketing strategy designed for this very purpose. During the Indian Premier League, Upgrad showcased their data science courses on the Glance lock screen with an unlikely yet delightful combination of data science and cricket. Watch how they educated cricket enthusiasts about Upgrad's offerings in a fresh, creative, and entertaining manner.
Kane Williamson is like that perfect teammate in office you always want in your project groups. If he likes the project, he'll do it brilliantly. But if he does not like the project, he will politely move out.
Now, thinking of the limitless possibilities on the lock screen, I am reminded of how Zomato, a name synonymous with food and fun, partnering with Glance. Here is a glimpse of how they drove people to their app with compelling communication that was built for the lock screen. Now, all this might sound very great, but what about hardcore performance is what you'd ask. Swiggy, a leading hyperlocal business as you all know, increased app installs tremendously with a novel performance strategy on Glance. Using Promote, our solutions designed for growth, Swiggy drove seamless app installs with the revolutionary one-click install feature. One-click install, or OCI, lets people download an app with a single click, without unlocking the phone or even visiting the Play Store. See how they achieved this and drove orders at scale.
Swiggy is India's leading on-demand convenience platform with a vision to elevate quality of life for the urban consumer. The brand offers unparalleled food, grocery, and instant package delivery services across 500 Indian cities. Mobile consumption has evidently shifted from switching between the apps to waking up to mobile screens. Banking on this trend, Swiggy decided to explore innovative, newer media paths to grow its business, acquire high-intent users, and drive performance gains at optimized costs. Swiggy partnered with InMobi and Glance to launch the first-of-its-kind campaign centered around the user's initial touchpoint on mobile, the lock screen. Glance, India's Screen Zero content platform with its exclusive reach, enabled Swiggy to connect with Indians beyond metro cities. The brand leveraged InMobi audiences to target consumers with higher purchasing power on popular apps and to identify first-time users who are more likely to convert into frequent purchasers. Armed with the right audiences, Swiggy delivered captivating 10-second videos, banners, and interstitials on their lock screens, featuring discounts and nudging the users to place their first orders with an Install Now CTA. Further, Swiggy personalized the user experience by displaying ads before mealtime with hyper-local breakfast, lunch, and dinner delicacies. The one-click app install on Glance facilitated a seamless first-order experience for users. As a result of the innovative mobile campaign, Swiggy achieved a high-quality consumer base that transacted on the app for 9 weeks. The brand saw significant performance gains with a 29% increase in month-on-month first orders and an impressive 30% lower cost per new user on food delivery. By grabbing attention of high-intent consumers right on their lock screen, Swiggy fueled relevant growth for their food delivery business.
The last piece that I would love for you to see is an example of innovating at a whole new level and busting multiple myths. Despite the meteoric rise in popularity among consumers, there is this notion that gaming advertising does not yield results for brands. Additionally, there is yet another misconception that it is extremely difficult to implement. Sprite, a leading beverage brand from the Coca-Cola stable, proved both of these wrong with one simple crystal clear solution, gaming advertising on the glance lock screen. Let's see how Sprite engaged young Indians with this refreshing gaming experience.
Created by the Coca-Cola Company, Sprite is the world's leading lemon-lime flavored soft drink, known for its refreshing taste. Sprite aimed to connect with cricket fans in India during the 2021 Indian Premier League with the Din Bari Life Jari campaign. The brand intended to help young India hit the refresh button in a fun and engaging way. With teens and young adults aged between 18 to 30 years as the target audience, Sprite leveraged Glance, the immersive Screen Zero platform, with a reach of 120 million smartphone daily active users. Glance helped Sprite conceptualize and launch the Sprite Cricket Premier League, a virtual cricket tournament. The creative was designed to provide a rich, full-screen branded experience on consumers' lock screen. The Glance platform enabled a seamless experience, with users being redirected to the game center with a single tap on the Play Now CTA. Encapsulating the look and feel of a stadium with native brand elements in the game, Sprite urged cricket fans to play the match with refreshed clarity. During the game, when a batsman was dismissed, they got a chance to bounce back on the field and play again with better clarity by choosing to reset with Sprite, thereby underscoring the brand's message of bringing in clarity when facing a bhari situation. Furthermore, a cricket-themed Sprite promo card was curated to enable purchases by redirecting users to the Coke to Home landing page, deep linked with major e-commerce platforms. With a highly engaging gamified ad unit, Sprite recorded 66 million impressions, reached 15 million unique users, and achieved 3.5 times higher CTR. A massive 2.3 million gaming sessions were recorded on the Glance Game Center, all within just 5 days, making it a hugely successful campaign.
Now, let's look at what these stellar pieces showed us in FastForward. 1. Lock screen marketing helps you build unique, personalized experiences that will captivate consumers at first glance. 2. It helps you achieve objectives across the funnel with the impact, engage, and promote strategies. And 3. It gives you a host of unique formats, static, video, and interactive, to engage your audience in fresh ways. There is no doubt that lock screen marketing is a must-have in your mix to appeal to the one-click consumer and drive real connections with them. Be it boosting awareness, increasing affinity, enhancing consideration, or driving growth. It starts with a glance.
An absolute dichotomy. There's no other fitting way to describe mobile advertising today. As consumers on mobile expect thoughtfully crafted, contextualized, and personalized experiences to create delight, there's also a big bright spotlight on brands, demanding that they respect consumers' data, identity, and privacy. Of course, the massive shifts in privacy regulations, led by governments and walled gardens, announcing transformative changes, caught the attention of digital advertisers. After all, the past few years saw mobile ad investments boom. India witnessed a massive year-on-year spike by 35.9% in 2021 alone. In fact, Statista predicts that mobile will account for 78% of the total digital media ad spends in the country by end of this year. With mobile being a critical component of success, brands must continue to create immersive experiences for their consumers, but with a new strategy that respects user privacy, that leave no open ends. To understand how ready Indian advertisers are for today's privacy-first stage, we at InMobi worked with Forrester Consulting to evaluate the future of advertising on mobile. We have established that respecting consumer privacy is no longer optional, but it is an absolute essential. Marketers across organizations and agencies in India understand this, which reflects in their top priorities today. In the age of data deprecation, we have found that 85% of marketers are looking to do a few things: invest in new ad technologies, develop a better understanding of privacy laws, and comply with those regulations. But while their priorities are in the right place, the maturity levels to be able to deal with data privacy show there is a long way to go. Most brands, publishers, and other stakeholders across the advertising ecosystem are still in the initial stages of understanding privacy regulations. For instance, about 80% of brands and 40% of publishers are still in the learning and planning phase of adapting to a privacy-first world. That leads us to the question, what poses this problem? We explored the key challenges marketers face as they keep up with the changing privacy laws. We found that they are caught in the middle of being unable to take action on customer data and filling their own knowledge gaps. 85% of organizations felt that their teams lacked the skills to make a smooth transition into a privacy-first world. However, there is a notable resilience and hope. Marketers have begun to turn to alternative data sources and explore new targeting strategies. Building first-party data capabilities and acquiring consented third-party data are key focus areas for over 80% of advertisers in India today. Furthermore, marketers have a solid plan to build personas based on insights from various data sources. Organizations across the country are onboarding specialists for first-party data efforts, building customer data platforms, and overcoming the challenges of walled garden data. They're also investing in advertising verification and brand safety tools. And the good news is, a sizable part of the advertising ecosystem is already up to speed, while the others plan to catch up over the year ahead. 33% of organizations are already onboarding specialists for identity resolution today, and 43% have already invested in advertising verification and brand safety tools. It is clear that Indian advertisers have only begun their long journey towards a privacy-first culture, understanding the changes in regulations and prioritizing their consumers' privacy. And frankly, that is the only way forward. Here's what a privacy-first India looks like in 2023 in FastForward. Advertisers still need to mature in the age of data replication and understand how to navigate the data privacy landscape. And advertisers must achieve this by exploring alternate strategies to respect user privacy, which a good number of organizations have already begun to do. With this, I wish you luck as you march on towards a privacy-first 2023. Thank you.
As advertisers in India look to embrace newer channels that empower to be where their consumers are, here are a few key factors you should always remember. It all starts from the front page of mobile. Once considered a humble window to the day's time, weather updates and notifications, today the lock screen stands to eliminate the barrier that brands face in a hyper-cluttered environment. Second, the love for life is here to stay. Today's consumers believe in instant gratification, and this behavior extends to their tendency for instant content. Hyperlife can help advertisers reach one-click consumers by engaging them in the here and now through unmissable experiences. Gaming can actually help you play up your advertising. Gamers from every possible social, cultural, and economic background represent a diverse audience that only grows larger by the day. For early innovators, the playing field promises much greater rewards. And lastly, having a privacy-first approach can be your secret sauce. As consumers and governments' scrutiny heightens around data privacy, the key lies in creating a balance between respecting consumer privacy and creating personalized, contextualized, and relevant experiences. And that was a wrap on Fast Forward with InMobi, where we shared our top predictions for the new year. Thank you for joining us today, and we hope you had a wonderful time. Be sure to download the 2023 edition of the Mobile Marketing Handbook, where we delve into these predictions in far more detail. In case you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us and we'll help you understand how you can engage and acquire consumers in a brand new world in a brand new way.